Meeting come to order. Please rise for the pledge. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the village board meeting of January 22nd, 2024. Roll call, please.
Possession.
Here.
Kraus.
Here.
Gardner.
Here.
Stacy. Terry.
Here.
Giannotti.
Here.
In your packet, you have minutes for the last meeting. Does anyone have any changes or additions? If not, would someone make a motion to approve?
So moved.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion in multiple seconds. Roll call.
Possession.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Giannotti.
Yes.
Okay, there is no clerk's report. Does anyone in the audience wish to address the board? Okay, we're going to skip my report for now. We're going to go directly to finance and administration. Trustee Kraus.
Can we just do both of them, or?
Yeah, you can do both of yours, and then we'll go back to mine.
Consider a resolution authorizing a line item transfer to the fiscal year 23-24 budget. Provide for the cost difference with additional police corporal number.
That is 2024-01.
Not first or last. Make a motion for resolution 2024-01, authorizing line item transfer to the fiscal year 23-24 budget. Provide for the cost difference of an additional police corporal.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Giannotti.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Possession.
Yes. Consider a motion approving the list of bills and payroll in the amount of $90,204.34.
There is a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Possession.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Giannotti.
Yes. And that concludes my report.
Okay, now we'll go back up to my report. First on the agenda is the consideration of the appointment of Officer Curtis Ingram to the rank of corporal. Would someone please make a motion to appoint Officer Ingram to the rank of corporal?
Make that motion.
There's a motion on the floor. Is there a second?
Second.
There's a motion and a second. Discussion. Roll call.
Giannotti.
Yes.
Terry.
Yes.
Gardner.
Yes.
Kraus.
Yes.
Possession.
Yes.
Okay, and officer, would you come up and be sworn?
In case this goes wrong.
Raise your right hand and repeat after me. I, Curtis Ingram,
I, Curtis Ingram,
do solemnly swear or affirm
do solemnly swear or affirm
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the Constitution of the State of Illinois
and the ordinances of the Village of Beecher,
and the ordinances of the Village of Beecher,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and that I will faithfully discharge
the duties of the office of corporal
the duties of office of corporal
for the Village of Beecher
Village of Beecher
to the best of my ability.
to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Stab once, stab twice. I'm hearing ouch.
Right.
Chief, you want to get another take the picture, Chief?
Come on, Jeff. Let's get a picture of all you guys in there.
Very well.
Come on, buddy. You solid there?
All right.
Go sideways, then we'll fit more in. How's that?
I've been eating too much.
David, do you see David?
All right, no, I can see David.
It's
Here,
winter,
scoot
it's
this
winter
way
weight.
just a little, there you go. All right, perfect, there you go. Now I got you guys.
Count of three, say winter weight.
That's what the beards are for, I had to double check.
Yeah,
Take care of it. This man, sergeant. Oh, yeah, I've seen pictures of it.
yeah,
Yeah.
I guess there's always the mysterious.
She's gonna open the door so they can go in the conference room instead of having to.
Good idea.
Yeah, we're not allowed to do
Guys,
that.
guys, stay over.
Yeah. That's better. Okay, also, I'll wait. I'm jumping ahead, unfortunate. Also, under my report, fire inspections, I know we talked about getting some quotes. We looked up the contract for our current fire inspector, and it's actually good until June 14th or 15th, something like that. And I believe there's a clause built in for increase according to
CPI,
yeah, of up to 3%. So we'll see what that is, but they're still under contract, and I have a couple things we're probably gonna call them back to do a couple of pre-inspections for, so we don't really have to worry about dealing with a new company. We could probably get some of these even done again before we get quotes, but we're still gonna work on getting some quotes from others. We had a suggestion from Nick from Safe Built. We have some differences of opinion with the expansion to Faith Church regarding sprinklers. So their architects have one way of looking at it. They submitted plans to us. The fire district asked to see it. We showed it to them. Our former fire inspector, I believe, is still affiliated with, in there, is still affiliated with the fire district. So there's a little bit of a difference of opinion going back and forth. We went to Safe Built to ask what their verdict is on what would have to be done. Do they have to sprinkle it, or can they do other things besides? And there's a very long list of very complicated things they would have to do to avoid sprinkling it, but apparently there is a path to be able to do that. We are going to go along with whatever Safe Built tells us, because Safe Built is who we contracted with to do this sort of work, to be able to do plan review as far as fire. So if there is any kind of a difference of opinion, we have to go with who we have contracted with to do that. However, Nick suggested, he said most municipalities say that if you're gonna build something new of more than 5,000 square feet, you may wanna put in an ordinance that just says anything more than 5,000 that's new construction, you should have it sprinkled. He says that eliminates a whole lot of issues like this, where it's maybe it is, maybe it isn't. So that's not something we have to do tonight, but something you guys might want to think about, debate about if that's a direction you'd like to take. We would have to decide whether it's just new construction or in addition to existing construction that puts it up to higher than 5,000. You know, there's always going to be other things to consider, but just to put it out there for you to think about, we may want to consider doing that. It might, get rid of a lot of heartache for a lot of these conversations that seem to go on and probably don't have to, so.
Would that have solved this issue with this being an addition onto their existing building?
Well, it depends on how we would have done the ordinance, whether it was an addition or not, but how big was this addition? I don't recall. Yeah.
So if we did an ordinance like that, it would cover this and it'd
Yeah,
just be a done issue, we're not.
Yes, yeah. Now, if it's something that comes in under 5,000, there's other things that are involved. If it's under 5,000, but for instance, it's a daycare center or something like that, there's still gonna be other provisions where they have to sprinkle it, but he says that's what most municipalities kind of set the line at, just so that you know, it's a lot easier to get through these things. So, just something we could think about, we could talk about it at a later time, we could send it to committee, but it was just a thought we had to try to simplify this process. So, that's all I have. And Public Buildings and Properties, Parks and Recreation Committee, trustee Giannotti.
Thank you. So, update on bids for the new police facility. Pre-bid meeting was held on January 17th. The architect reviewed the project with contractors and answered questions. The bid opening will be held on January 24th at Township Center, starting at 10:30 a.m. That concludes my report.
All right. Planning, Building and Zoning Committee, trustee Gardner.
Yeah, the only thing I have, the planning and zoning committee meeting scheduled for this Thursday has been canceled due to lack of agenda items. That's it.
All right. Public Safety Committee, trustee Terry.
I have nothing to report other than the fact that we are still working on the adjudication. Nothing's came to a head, so nothing to report today.
Okay. Public Works Committee, trustee Gardner.
The water billing register report for November and December of 2023 is enclosed for your review. That concludes my report.
Economic Development and Community Relations Committee, trustee Session.
All right, I'll do some talking. Update on concert series. So we met, the concert committee and a representative from the Washington Township, Joe Burgess, met on Wednesday the 17th to discuss partnering for the concert series. So the township has has it budgeted to partner with us, but that still needs to be formally approved at their February meeting. So we'll see what happens there, but the current expectation is we think that it's gonna happen again this year. We're currently targeting 4 larger shows this summer for basically monthly, one in June, one in July, one in August, and one in September, with the potential to add another, which is going to be based on some further discussion and once we get the budget really firmed out. And we are planning this year to have food, soda, and beer available for purchase at all the shows. And actually, honestly, we're kind of ahead of the game. I think we're already in the process of booking a couple of the bands, so we're looking good. Joe, Tom, anything you guys want to add on that one?
It's gonna be a nice mix of music.
Yeah, very good. Next up, update on the use of Nixle for community notifications will be provided by the village administrator.
On that, it actually came up in some discussions that we had with Washington Township. They had done a survey with seniors and they were trying to see how they got most of their information with regard to like community events and things like that. And a lot of them said, phone or email, and so we were trying to find a way to reach them, and we sat and sort of figured maybe if we could use Nixle because currently Nixle, when a notification is sent out, it comes from the police department. Well, it did, but we called and contacted them to see if we could have it sent to where it comes from the village of Beecher, then that way, it could be used, by the police department. They could start their messages out, with Village of Beecher and then police department to where, messages they have an option to have, like, the alerts could be either, emergency alerts, things like water main break, information, but we can also notify residents of like upcoming dates, like the concert series and things like that. And when residents go to sign up for that, they can pick what events they want to be notified for, so that somebody's not getting concert series reminders if they don't want them, or if they don't want water main break reminders, that type of thing. So just another way to use that for additional purposes to notify residents if there are things in nature. And Washington Township, like if they had noticed events that they had, that we could also send out notifications for them as well.
So do we currently have the capabilities with Nixle to do that? Or
Yes.
that's something we'd have to?
Yeah, currently comes out of the police department. We're gonna have it come out of the village, and when we put something out, we'll put at the bottom from the police. We'll actually say it's from the police department.
Or urge it or something.
And the bottom line is we only have to pay for one, and that's
Right.
And the township is willing to contribute some money if we include them in, the notifications.
Does this include upgrading our current service with Nixle, or it's we just have not been utilizing it to the degree?
We've only been using it for emergency notifications, but we have a lot more capability.
I think the only thing with Nixle is, we as a village and the police department, we have to push it out so that people sign up for it. We have to
Okay.
notify them,
Well,
they
that
have
was-
to
yeah,
sign
we-
up for it.
Do we know how many people are currently signed up?
Yeah,
We have any-
don't
I mean,
know.
do-
No,
are
I
we-
would have to look at it.
Okay, but we, I mean, we can find that out to see if
I
like
believe so.
100 or like 2,000 are.
I believe so.
There used to be a lot more, I think, as the town has turned over a bit, people are moving out, moving in,
Right.
probably, there's, you know, there's a lot of newer people that don't know about it, but.
Yeah, and we talked about putting it in the newsletter, like.
Mhm.
We put in the newsletter, I mean, when we have like the joint public safety event, usually every year with the fire, we could probably have a booth there where people could get signed up
National
for it.
Night Out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
national night out.
Yeah,
Put it on the
Probably-
Facebook page.
Right.
we could probably even,
Billboard.
I'm not sure if we can for sure,
Yeah, that's
maybe
true,
create
actually.
like a,
QR code on the billboard.
QR code, yeah, to
Yeah.
put, that can be out at the Fourth of July Festival for people to scan, the
Right.
concerts and things like that, so we can look into all those things.
Another way to get people, you know, in the loop is great, so I'm all for it.
Mhm.
And we can also use that to like send out newsletters and things if we need to, for events.
Excellent. What's that?
Concludes my report.
All right, any old business to come before the board?
I'd just like to say, anything about this, till I saw all the officers walking out, but I think it's a testament to our chief and our police department, how good they are that, what, 90% of the department was here, if not more, for, to see Ingram get his corporal stripe, so I think it's a very good thing to see.
Yep.
That's a testament to Curtis Ingram.
All right, any new business to come before the board? Okay, we have a motion to adjourn. There's a motion on the floor, is there a second?
Second.
Roll call.
Possession,
Yes.
Kraus,
New sheriff in town, yes.
Gardner,
Yes.
Gary,
Yes.
Giannotti.
Yes.
Mission is not even